What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are doing another action figure review. Today we are doing Mattel's WWE Elite Series 116 LEXUS King. Now, as you can see from all the yellow banners everywhere on the box, it is the first time in the line for LEXUS King. He just clawed his way out from AEW and is now with WWE under the NXT banner, along with Ethan Page, who I believe is still the NXT champion. So yeah, he is Brian Pillman Jr. He is the son of Flying Brian Pillman. Pretty cool to have a dad like that. Unfortunately, he is deceased. Rest in peace, Brian Pillman. He actually died here in this city of Bloomington, Minnesota, at a hotel over by the Mall of America, way back. But loved him as a wrestler. Really enjoyed that dark side of the ring. You know, it's tragic, but you know, sometimes that's the life you lead as a wrestler. Back of the box here, we got the rest of the wave. Flying Brian Pillman and LEXUS King, father and son in the same wave. That's pretty cool. Don't know if that's ever been done before. We got Randy Orton, Jade Cargill, also first time in the line. Also another wrestler that clawed her way out of AEW. Joined WWE. Been with the company a little over a year, I think. Got paired with Bianca Belair. They're hoping that a veteran would help her along. I don't know how that's going. She's not the best wrestler, but she's beautiful, so I want the figure so I can, you know, do a grandma's boy to her figure. No, I'm just playing. Not really. But I think she's hot. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, she's a man, dude. No, she's not. Get over it. She's not a man. Just because she has bigger muscles than you fucking little pussies, you know. Kevin Owens, AJ Styles rounds out that wave. Don't care about Orton, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. I seen AJ Styles, this figure, in Target stores everywhere. There's like 5 or 6 of them every time. So I don't know if people don't like that figure or don't like AJ, but all the other ones seem to be missing. We got his little stat line here. He is from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's 6'1", 225 pounds, and his finisher is the Coronation. Got a little write-up here. The second-generation superstar lives in nobody's shadow. He may be the son of Brian Pillman, but LEXUS King is going to carve his own path in NXT. So that's the box. There he is. Looks like he's got like a little band leader or band jacket. Pretty cool stuff. I'm pretty excited to open this guy up. Let's check him out. LEXUS King. All right, out of the box, I didn't do a molding segment just because there wasn't that much there. But pretty nice looking face sculpt. He looks like he's fucking stoned. Look at those. His eyelids are down. His hat, he's very pie-eyed. So I don't know. In the box, he looks very wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But they captured the crazy-looking beard. Interesting. This bandana is removable. The hair looks pretty cool. It's probably could have been done better, but I like the kind of like darker highlights up here, kind of closer to the roots, and then it gets all blonde. So it's pretty cool. Very feathery hair. You know, the pants, pretty cool design. That 2 symbol there, and then of course the king, I guess, with this on the skull. I guess that represents him. And then of course we got the kick boots, the new style wrestling boots. Ooh, ankles are very loosey goosey. You also got the pair of fist hands, and then he's got the C-grip grabber hands on the figure. And then he comes with this, looks like a band jacket. Very nice, all soft goods, no Velcro. So it's kind of, he leaves it open so he can show off his little boy chest. Cool design. I like it a lot. We'll put that in, or we'll put that on in a moment here. we'll kind of check out the articulation first. Head doesn't move too much because of the hair. The hair is hard as a rock. He does twist all the way around, I think, just about. Oh. We do have the bandana that pops off. Just kind of squeezes in the side there, side of the head and the hair. And then there's kind of a little tab that kind of pokes up this way. It looks pretty good. They sculpted it right. It looks like it fits. Of course, we got the shoulders as usual. Goes up about that high. Rotates around. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. No pins. Twist and tilt on the wrists. Stomach crunch. We got the twist at the waist. Does the split, something like that. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. I'm assuming they're pinless. Smaller knee pads so it doesn't cover up the pins. We do have the boot cut and then tilt. Oh my God, this thing is so loose. But it seems to stand up okay. So the articulation is good. Just a little loosey-goosey, that's okay. We can put some goo in there and he'll be just fine. If I have issues with that. Yeah, decent looking figure. I'm excited to put this on, so that's kind of what we're gonna do next. Well, let's measure the height on this guy here, shall we? Ooh, he's kind of taller. He is about 6 and 6/8, so about 6 3/4 of an inch. Good sized figure. God, what else is there to say? The paint looks cool. And the booty's got his name, LEXUS King. Got the black and gold all over the pants and the knee pads. Pretty cool colors that go together. Got the wrist tape. No tats whatsoever. Pretty solid looking figure. Now, I don't really collect a lot of the newer guys. I kind of like keep it old school to like 80s and 90s. But the son of Brian Pillman is good in my book. Let's get this thing on. I might have to pop off the head. I'm going to pause it real quick. We'll come back for a moment. All right, we got the jacket on, and his head does pop on pretty easily and doesn't really get in the way of the jacket. Sometimes when you pop the head off to put soft goods on and then you put it back on, the hair will get in the way or something will happen. But it popped on pretty easily. I would just recommend taking the hands off as well as the head. But definitely the hands, because with a long sleeve, you're going to have trouble putting it on. It just makes things easier. I do like this figure a lot. He looks great. The soft goods is awesome. The hair is kind of growing on me, but I still think it could have been done better. But you know, like if you stand back here, it looks pretty spectacular. You know, it's just like he's got the dark roots. You know, and his hair grows. So yeah, I like this figure. I don't know what they could do to improve it. Maybe this face, maybe give him two heads like the stoner face and then the, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, because he's a young guy, and on the box he's all like smiling and like very wide-eyed and like looks like he's excited, like where here he's just like, I don't want to wrestle today. I don't want to get up out of bed, Dad. So, it just, I don't know. It looks like him, but the eyes are he's just a little too high-eyed. He's a little too stoned, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, good-looking figure. So I maybe two heads or just a different expression on his face, and just some engineering problems. Like, this is super loose, but if you got one that's that's not that loose, and they're both kind of loose, but he hasn't fallen over yet, so I guess we'll have to wait. Someday he'll fall over and I won't be able to stand him up again, and I'll hit him up with some goo. So yeah, I'm gonna give this figure, I mean, articulation's decent, it's kind of standard. Accessories is pretty nice. I mean, only 2 pairs of hands, but the jacket, the bandana, pretty nice. The paint's great. I'm going to give him a 7.3. I don't think he's deserving of a 7.5. I like to just do 7 or 7.5, do like those half marks, or the, just like 7, 7.5, 8. But sometimes I'll bend the rules when I'm a little torn. So we're going to do 7.3. I like the figure. Let's do some comparisons. If we're going to have Brian Pillman Jr., we're going to have to bring in Daddy. And this is the one from the same line, same wave. Looks like Junior's a little bit taller. He is listed at 6'1", Junior is, or LEXUS King. And I think this guy was his daddy was listed at 6 feet, but everyone said he was like 5'10". So he was a little bit shorter. That's what I've read, is 5'10". He wasn't that large. They're from Cincinnati, Ohio. He tried out for the Bengals, was on the practice squad. Part of the reason he didn't make it as a full-time NFL player is they said he was too small. So, looks like they got the sizing correct. Like back to back. And just a tad taller, So, they did a good job with that, with the scale. So, this is the Hollywood Blondes flying Brian Pillman. But let's bring in the loose cannon, or the 4 horsemen. And that's this basic here. He came with the crutch. I love the pants. I added the vest. It was from The Rock. I don't know. Just felt like doing it. He's got that crazy face sculpt though. Look at that. Loose cannon, I'm crazy. Pretty cool hair sculpt too. Looks like a bunch of worms crawling out of his head. So there we got that. And we're going to get pretty random here. We got Swoggle, about to slam a Coke. Love this figure. We got a new one, and of course I'm going to get that one, but I love this figure. And I love Dylan. Really cool guy. I've never met him, but just from what I've seen on the Major Bros stuff, and just seems like a cool guy when he doesn't drink too hard. So yeah, top of the morning to you, Hornswoggle. Here we got Orange Cassidy, a guy that is still part of AEW. Just decided to bust out this figure. I thought this figure was so groundbreaking when he came out, 4 years ago, with the soft goods jacket along with the t-shirt, the rubbery pants pockets that he can stick his hands in. Super awesome figure. I can't remember what year it was. Maybe it was 2021. Not sure, but this guy was definitely on my top 10 that year. Awesome figure. And then finally, let's bring in another crazy motherfucker. And that's Chainsaw Charlie. Chainsaw Charlie here. I love this figure, and I love Terry Funk. I grew up watching Terry Funk wrestle, and to me, he was kind of the pinnacle of wrestling. It wasn't Hulk Hogan. It was this guy. And I think it was with AEW. Or not AEW, AWA. here in Minneapolis. So I saw a lot of him. So yeah, love Terry Funk. All right, well, that's gonna wrap it up, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed it. 7.3 on the ginger scale. Great looking figure. I would recommend picking it up if you are a fan. And even if you're not, if you're a Brian Pillman fan, why not grab his son? Cool looking figure. Nice soft goods. Stable, it seems. Yeah, just everything. I like this figure a lot. So pretty good rating. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment if you liked it. Even if you don't, if you want to be a hater and talk some smack, you're more than welcome to. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Jean Grey, Target exclusive Marvel Legends coming up. Probably will drop tonight. Peace out.